it feels like they change. It's not necessarily for the worse. I mean, like, people change as they grew older, but like, I just didn't expect this. Like, why? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Refresh Step, where you cover yourself for the main step. I'm your host for today, tomorrow, and the foreseeable future, Theodore Lu. And I'm with the hottest battler in the UK and admin with Battles Burst English Wiki, Ayumu Seiki.
Hello.
Yeah, so Ayumu, today is a very special milestone. Just like the last two that we celebrated, kind of.
Wow, what's going on?
Yeah, so we are finally in episode 150.
Woo!
Woo! We have been doing this for how many weeks now? Okay, so let's... it says 150 weeks. How many months were that?
Yes, well, I mean, that's like... Why are you making me do math?
I have done the math. It's
That's 37.5 weeks.
So we have done this for 3...
Well, months, sorry.
Yeah. So it's 3 years now. Damn. What a random idea that has spiraled out of control.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. So, I guess... Thank you very much everyone for listening. This is going to be the no, just kidding. But yeah. Today, since this year is the new year, and we are welcoming a lot of new things, especially in Battle Spirits, we do have not only the new standard format and the new eternal format coming over, but also a new anime, finally. Yeah. Yippee. So yeah, we did talk a lot about like the Battle Spirits anime, like along the podcast, like during this 150 episodes. But today we just wanted to give you guys a very quick review, and maybe a very quick review of every Battle Spirits anime and why you should watch them. Well, maybe not everything, because we do have our favorites. If you have listened to us before, there are some series where we won't just shut up about them, and then there are some series that we will rather not bring up at all. Yeah. So, of course, Battle Spirits has been here for like 18 years now, because I was like for the longest time, like we have been celebrating like the 15th anniversary, because like we still get like the XV rares, right? So like it was just like supposed to be printed to celebrate the 15th anniversary, and we still get them until now. Yep, 3 years into that, and we do still get like the 10 version, which is also supposed to be like the, what was that again? Like the anniversary for the 10 year. We still get them as well, because at first it was celebratory. Now it's a property. Yay!
Now it's just, what is it? Order.
Yeah.
All like each anime series that goes in the 10th year just goes like, yeah, here's some 10 versions of the cards.
Exactly. Yeah. Also because like sometimes the series hits the 10th anniversary, of course, later than the actual card game itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Bruh.
Yeah. I even forgot for a little while what is like the order of the anime even, but like each of them, like of course, like they have been pretty dated, but they do have their own charm. They have like some merit into like why you would want to watch them, because if you watch all of them, of course, it's going to be very overwhelming in a way because there's just a little bit too much of everything. Because it is from an era where you can still sell DVD, right? So they can justify like making 50 episodes because they can just sell them and get the money back from like the anime itself instead of like waiting for like the merchandising royalty to finally like trickle down eventually after it has been passed through 50 peoples.
Yep.
So yeah, of course, first of all, we have the OG. We have Battle Spirits Shonen Toppa Bashin. The one where we can have our opinions about it, but like without this series, like the whole Battle Spirits anime wouldn't ever be in existence. Although it is, for someone who has played the game, like it can be a little bit hard to watch sometimes for me, because like it has this king on like how do we summon the strong cards? Like the solution, we just kept it to turn like 28, and then like nobody, now everybody has enough cards to play like these 3 cards as if it is Yu-Gi-Oh! Yay!
I still remember when like all the battles just goes like just have to be skipping turns. Like, this is turn 47 now. This is turn 50. Stuff like that, which is like that's kind of weird. You don't really see that in other anime.
Exactly. And I mean, like, it is okay, like, if they are skipping, like, the setup turns, because, like, early Battle Spirits, it can be, like, you summon something past turn, summon something past turn, but, like, okay, so, like, they are skipping, like, 14 turns, and then they have, like, 5 hands, 0 cards on the field, and then, like, they have lots of cards. Like, something doesn't add up. Yeah, maybe they.
I doubt they even counted like how many calls there actually should be. They just be like,
Right?
yeah, it's roughly that much, and then just goes like, okay, now he can do his shenanigans.
Exactly. Just summon 3 like cost 7 spirits. Like, wait, they are all cost 7. They are cost 6, and then like, wait, it is now like 13. Turn 28. So divided by 2, you should have like 18, 19 cores. So like, how that? My math is not mathing, but like, yeah. Seeing this 3 giant stuff is cool.
Literally.
Pretty much, yeah. Also, like, it is like the epitome of like the wait, how do I put this? Like, I for like, like sometimes when you're a kid, you want to feel like you're the strongest, and then you just like summon like all the good stuff. Yeah, I guess that kind of wants to fill in that hole, because like, yeah, why would you want like all the small stuff? Also, yeah, I mean, like the dated part is probably more into like how the spirits are presented, because that is still like the early days of their 3D modeling. Like, granted, for 2008 they are still pretty nice, but like they are very static. They are just standing there and then like shooting lasers. I am shooting my lasers, and then like suddenly like things just happen. But yeah,
Suddenly things happen.
Unless the card is actually expensive, and then they will actually do something. Like Siegfried. I guess like Siegfried is well beloved. Also, well, not only, but also because it is actually moving on screen. But yeah, as someone who actually watched it, Ayumu, what do you like? Do you have like a short thought on like what Toppa is about? Like,
It's
why
like,
people should watch it?
I mean, I suppose like it'd be nice to watch it just to see how the game started, I guess. And like, it's still, you gotta admit that like for being like an anime in 2008, the CGI was actually surprisingly good. But like, thinking about the CGI just reminds me of like another thing, which is like how like Toppa came out in 2008,
Mm-mm.
and then the first iCatcher series was in 2012.
Mm-mm.
And then then somehow they could animate monsters better than humans.
Pretty much, yeah. because because like I think like up until like Sword Ice, like they don't even like animate like the human characters.
No,
Especially,
I mean they kind of did, because
Mm-mm.
like the angels were in
Mm-mm.
CGI, I think.
If they don't have face. So Valiero is animated, but Sophia is just I mean like it is animated, but it's hand drawn.
Was it?
Yes.
Wait, no, I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Which brings us to the next series, the Battle Spirit Shonen Gekiha done.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah, what wait, this is okay. This photo is not a JPEG. So
Lamau.
technology. Yeah. So I mean like Shonen Gekiha done, of course it is part of like the series that is like the most favorite Battle Spirits series ever, and it is easy to see why, because like you see the CGI in Battle Spirits Shonen in Toppa, and then like you see the CGI in Done, and then like, it is much more dynamic. It is much more like you can see like the spirits are actually moving and everything, and then like the story is a little bit. Well, they made it an isekai after that, so that's probably a plus point for me, because I like my isekai slop. And yeah. You do get more flow of like the battle, because they do start to add like more Koshiro spirits, so they have like more. You can pretty much see a more refined player, like Dan is playing a little bit more aggressively. Yuki is of course playing a little bit more defensively, and so on and so on. Yeah, like by this point, like each color already has like their identity solidified. So like you can kind of see like distinct like playstyle from each players as well, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, it was still I mean I suppose like it looks simple because we're looking back now, but I suppose during that time the gameplay mechanic was still pretty different and unique in comparison to the other card games. I mean, to be fair, another thing about it, I don't really think Battlespirits really had any competitors during that time, right? Because Vanguard was like in 2010, I think it was.
Yeah, it's 11 even.
2011, yeah. Yeah, Gekiha that was in like 2009. So it's like, yeah, like I suppose like, to be fair, I don't really know what card game was around during that time. But
yeah. So the big three is definitely there. And Duel Masters.
Yeah, Duel Masters, Yu-Gi-Oh probably.
Yeah, the big three.
The big three. Yeah, personally for me, I mean, right now, I can't. I mean, obviously, when I was small, I would have loved Gekiha Dan. But now it's just kind of like a little bit meh, because like when you notice that a lot of the battles are actually repeated, like they're basically just doing the same sequence. Yeah, which doesn't make it very interesting. I mean, but then again, obviously, you know, while we talk about these, we're under the knowledge that we already know all the cards. But back then, like we wouldn't. So like, especially since back then, like we learn about the new cards through the anime. So you watch every episode in anticipation of like, oh, okay, what new things will I be able to see this time, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah. And especially since back then you will be watching everything pretty much like once a week. Like by the time the next battle is starting, like you will probably have forgotten like what has happened, unless it has happened for like 5 times, and maybe you start to notice, and then they will start to change it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I suppose that's the case as well, yes.
Yeah. But for us now, like Like, I wouldn't say where you can watch it. You can find it yourself, I believe. But yeah, basically, you will probably be binging the series most of the time. So like, yeah, the magic is kind of lost there because you can kind of like when the sequence is repeated, then you can kind of like see the sequence being repeated like right away.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. But yeah, overall, it's still a very nice series. It became the foundation of like the most broken Battle Spirits anime ever, because it is the only series with like 3 sequels so far. Yeah, like it has it has 3 sequels.
3 to 4, yeah.
Oh, wait, it's a 4 sequel. 4 sequels even. Like yeah, that is indeed very wild. So we'll start with the I actually forgot to download the one for my favorite Battle Spirits anime ever. How can I do that? Oh well, but this is actually not the anime itself, but this is a perfect representation of the anime in the current time. We have the Battle Spirits Brave being represented by the banner of PSC50 Resonating Stars, which is due to custom problems finally reached the hands of the Indonesian players. Damn. Yeah, so they finally had their hands on the PSC50 cards. They're like,
why are you showing? You're not sharing your screen, mate.
Exactly. After like almost a month now. Yeah. Resonating Stars. So yeah, Battle Spirits Brave pretty much continues what Keiki Hadan has done. So like, it is a way heavier story, probably. Yeah. They kind of expected that, yeah, by this point, those who watch Keiki Hadan has grown up. It's like, let's give them something a little bit more serious. It talks a lot about racism and stuff.
You said more grown up, but it's literally just a year after Keiki Hadan.
Yeah. Now it is well, it is on a level on which is you're now a teenager, you want more edgy stuff. Like, here's the edgy stuff. It does have a lot of edge. Especially this finally introducing the 4th card type, which is Brave. Which now, because we play the game so much, it made sense to us. But like, whenever I try to explain to new players, it is like, so yeah, if you want to attack your opponent, there is this one, this is your monster, quote unquote, like the monster card type, the creature card type, the spirits. And then there's this another card called Brave. So it is similar, but Brave can be equipped to spirits. But for some reason, when they are separated, Braves can be affected by effects that also affect spirits. But yeah, that's a gameplay. We are talking about the anime here. So like, there is a power creep there. Is basically now we do have 4 card type, which they can like repeat the sequence a little bit less, and they can put like the repeating sequence like a little bit way back. So like, after Don has changed his deck, and then like the other players basically adopted this strategy, and then yeah, now basically they can reuse it a little. They can kind of like space it a little bit more, kind of like Gundam. Yeah. But yeah, overall, yeah, it is more visual because you do have like, now you do have something that previously doesn't really happen that much in like a card game anime, which is like kind of like transformation sequence. So yeah. Up until that point,
like that part is cool. Yeah,
it is indeed very cool. Yeah, also like, Stick Apollo Dragon with Balgander, it's a little bit. At first I was like, but it kind of grew on me.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Sagittopolo dragon is definitely like the goat. Like, how do they make a dragon that's also a centaur? Like, have like a had like golden, like with very like thin legs, like compared to its like gigantic body, and then like it's still somewhat very badass.
Which one?
A Sagittopolo dragon.
Oh,
yeah. Like the original one, its legs are like just horse legs, so like it's very, very, very thin, like compared to its like body. So like it's that's why it does. Like the first time I look at it, it kind of looks a little bit stupid. But like the more praise you put on it, like when it is praised to shine laser, and then now the focus is kind of like on the wings, and then you put Tres Paluga on it, and then like now everything's golden, and like ooh, yeah, I don't care about like no more. It's like it is very cool right now. I don't care about like the legs anymore. Like the legs can be matchsticks, and it will still be cool.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. Yeah, what a weird time.
I don't know. I never thought that like Sagittarius is weird or anything. Like, I just thought it's really cool.
Yeah, maybe I pay attention too much to its legs. It's like, oh, why is it so thin?
I just like the fact that it's just like running out.
Oh yeah, that part is like
from this
the sun.
From like the sun, yeah.
Yeah, that part is like really badass. Oh yeah, the BGM is like also like very, very. Oh yeah, we kind of forget to mention, but like the BGM for like Pale Spirits is also very nice to listen to. They feel like really epic, especially when they summon their key spirits. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember the BGMs in Toppa. But yeah, Gekiha Embrace would do it, yeah.
Oh yeah. And yeah, Yuki is cool, but like Barone like takes the cake for like kind of like the coolest rival ever. I guess. But
true.
Then, yeah.
Is it the gayest rival?
I know, right? But like yeah, the way he is gay for his own dragon is like, oh, boyfriend, you will be coming tonight. Oh wait, that's not how he said it, but yeah. But he really he loved this dragon, so like that's why when he got like, yeah, when we come to the zodiac, and then like, how does like, because like we already know that Sagittarius Apollo Dragon is pretty much like Sagittarius. Yes, Sagittarius, yeah, Apollo Dragon is pretty much like Apollo Dragon being part of like the zodiac, and then like now how do we fit Strikeworm into this? And then like we have Strikeworm Leo, like it is no longer a dragon, but it is very cool.
I mean, it's still technically a dragon.
Yeah, it is a dragon lion thing. Yeah, it's a lion dragon.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, what a beautiful abomination. Yeah. They do, yeah, a little bit like the only weak part is probably after they get their ace card, they have like less and less new Braves. Well, but
True.
to be fair, they do like they just like that last 10 episode or something. Like I guess they can't really do too much variation at that point. Also, like because they are like the final cards, like they do have more animation. Also, they kind of shoot themselves in the foot because they do have like the 12 extras, which not everyone is animated, but still, because they have like at least like 3 to 4 extras each, so they have like 3 to 4 stuff that needs to be animated regardless. Yeah, like that kind of eats on the budget as well. And yeah, actually I forgot to bring it up again, but like I guess like some of the angels in Pale Spirit Shonen and Toppa Bashin did get animated, namely Valiero, but like once they get into Shonen Gekiha done, and then we have Clucky, who uses mostly divine spirits or angels if you play Saga. Yeah, all of his angels are actually like uses hand-drawn animation. Which is not bad, but it does feel a little bit jarring because like the rest of the field is 3D, and then like these two are like 2D, which is just still pretty nice 2D, but like why? But yeah, they kind of struggle with drawing people, I guess.
Which is funny.
Yeah. So of course we can talk about Brave forever because it is my favorite series. This is the series that kind of get me into like battle spirits. So for me personally, I can talk all day about like why I like it. But we will be coming back later for Saga Brave. So let's get into my second favorite series ever, which is Battle Spirits Heroes. Yay! Yippee! I think Battle Spirits Heroes is another nice entry because at this point, of course, they wanted to save money. They wanted to reuse all the stuff from the previous season, so you can kind of like see. You can basically get like a preview of like how the game works at this point, but also you get introduced to this new mechanic called burst, which is still fun and new and shiny at that time. Now we have like all the bursts that bursts from like the broken cards like Bajardales, Pharaoh, Alex. But like back then, burst is much more of a Wild West because you don't know like what is actually going to happen. Like some of the stronger cards like Yamato Frit even needed your life to be like 3 or less before it can even be activated.
And it's still limited to 1.
Exactly.
Lamau.
What a time to be alive. Yeah. I feel like Heroes is also, well, I guess like the part where people might be put off from Heroes is because like at this point, I guess like they expected that the people who like Battle Spirit Braves would have graduated high school. It's like probably they would have not.
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're targeting a smaller audience, younger audience, because Topper was literally in elementary school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Dan is literally a middle schooler. Now they're in high school.
Yeah.
They need to learn for exams. They don't need that. They don't have time for card games until like 2 more years.
Even Dan in Brave Arrow is only 14 years old.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's the point. They are now in high school, Ayumu. They need to study, so they need to put off this thing for 3 years, and then after that they can play again. So until then, we need to grab more middle elementary schoolers.
Basically, yeah.
So the story can feel a little bit childish, and the execution is really wacky. So if you ask, but like what I like about Battle Spirits Heroes is like the goal itself is pretty grounded. Like it does feel like what a child would be wanting to achieve, which is when they play a competitive stuff, they wanted to be the best, right? Like the goal itself is something relatable, something really, really simple and really achievable. But like the execution is indeed very wacky. So I guess you can see it kind of like a combination between Inazuma 11 and not Inazuma 11, Looney Tunes and Slam Dunk in a way.
What?
Well, not to the point of Slam Dunk, but like Captain Tsubasa probably. Basically, it's a half sports anime, half like a wacky cartoon kind of thing. Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Because like if you see it that way, then you can kind of like see why like the motivation of each character, why they want to do stuff. Because they just want to get better. That's why they like fight against a lot of people. And then you can also see like how Hajime at the very beginning, he just kind of like relies on like this mechanic called burst. And then like in the end, like he learned not just to play his cards better, but like try other strategies, like befriend more people. Was just like so, and then like you even like find new ways to enjoy the game, right? Like some things that is like so silly, like the summoning performance, like they call it the summoning performance, which is very silly. You wouldn't do that as an adult probably, but the champion is an adult and he did it. So
well, tell that to the Vanguard players.
Oh, do we? Maybe a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. But yeah, did we? Did I? Maybe just a little bit. I actually did that for a fucking hoodie. Yeah. So that was
the end of the Vanguard.
Yeah, yeah, just for a short tangent, but that was one of my dark history, because like one of my now like acquaintance, like now friend, like he opened a new card shop, like he wanted to do like a special tournament and stuff, and then like one of like the side event is basically you have to copy like the performance of like one of the characters.
Oh god.
And then if you perform well, you will get like their like basically like their branded hoodie. And then I was like, yeah, I mean, like I don't really need the hoodie, but like at that point, I am quite active as like a Vanguard YouTuber, so like I can't not do this.
Yeah.
And then oh my god, though, because like they have like their they have like MCs who are like basically like they don't play Vanguard, right? So like when I was doing it, like the MCs were like standing beside me, and then like I was like I was like locking eyes with them, and then like I can see that they were like not understanding like what is happening, and then I was like, oh my god, it's very hard to do, but I was like, I just closed my eyes and tried to do my best, and then somehow I won. I don't know how.
Lamau.
Yeah. And I copied like the oh my god, Yuichiro Kanzaki striding into Aura Kaiser Dragon. That's a shivers down my spine. But yeah, basically at first like Hachime just like summons Lord Dragon normally, and then eventually his friends were like very theatrical about like summoning their key spirits, right? And then like he finally like find his own like way to summon his spirits, and then like now that became a new enjoyment for him. And then like to some extent, like of course like the non wait, I guess like they do like went around the world with like an adult supervision, but like you don't necessarily like get like a random adult just like supervising you. But yeah, you do get like a travel around you do get travel around the world part as well, which is really nice. I really like Heroes though. It is very lighthearted. It is like they don't have like as big of a stake as like Shonen Geki had done, or even Shonen Toppa Passion, where they still save the world to some extent. Like yeah, like let's not spoil the story any further, but like yeah, but Heroes is pretty much very lighthearted, very fun, I will say, because like you can see like the characters like kind of like okay, it's like even if I lose, it is okay, because like they are not losing anything. Like this is probably the only Pale Spirits anime where if you lose, nothing happened. Well, at least you don't lose something of value, but you do learn new things. You do feel like, okay, maybe I need to learn more. Maybe I am not as good as I thought I am. And you do have Tagamaru, who is like very adamant about like, yeah, I am strong, and losing doesn't make me any less weak. Which is, I think it's a good lesson to teach kids, surprisingly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bandai is doing something good. What?
Yeah, I know, right? Like they are actually like cooking a child show that is actually teaching kids like the right thing to do. Well, maybe minus Kimari trying to take over the world and her like bullying an adult to actually like help her to take over the world. Let's forget about it for a second, because like the other characters are actually teaching you the right things. Yeah. But yeah, mechanically already pretty nice. So like I also like they kind of like brought up also like, because like with burst, right? Like the first thing that you would thought is like, okay, so like if I can summon everything for free, why would I need other spirits? And they do actually like talk about it as well. So they have like an episode of a character that whose deck is basically just, I'm just going to put all the broken stuff in my deck and then just set them as burst, and then I can just chain them and then like finish my opponent afterwards. But of course, at that point they don't have any synergy with each other. Like, yeah, now you can kind of do it because you have Lord Dragon X, which basically just opens any burst and use it to its own advantage. But like back then, it's like, they have like one strong effect when they are activated. Maybe the extras will have like one strong effect that activates if like a certain condition is fulfilled. But like for the most part, they don't really have synergy with each other. So like in the end, they just have like 3-6 on the field that doesn't really do anything, and then the Gamaru just swoops his ass by summoning the burst from hand.
Oh yeah, it's a Kintaro bear.
Yeah, Kintaro bear. Like, yep. I was like, yep. Like you don't activate my Kintaro bear, that's fine. I can just summon it. It is a spirit that is still strong if I summon it from hand. What the fucking chat, man.
Yeah, like because like also interestingly, Kintaro bear is one of those really rare bursts where like it doesn't summon itself.
Yeah.
Like from the burst.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Like obviously interesting, yeah.
Yeah, that's
because,
why.
They consider it too broken to be able to destroy 2 spirits. I think it is, and then also like obviously being like extra body itself. Yeah.
Damn. So that's why Yamato Fred is limited. So to destroy like one very big body and then you get a body.
Yeah. You're literally removing their key spirit, and then you get, you gain one yourself, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That can remove even more spirits. More. And this a spirit that can reach level 4, which for a kid that's really cool. That's very badass. Like I do have like a pet deck that's based on the G-First deck that is it's the only thing that it is trying to do is like getting all your level 4 spirits. And then now, it is alright. You can have like a cost 0 that is level 4 because why the fuck not? Yeah, well,
do we have that battle spirits? I can't remember.
I think so. It's a golden chicken night. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, what? Wait, really?
Wait,
I don't remember that. Let me have a look.
I have the deck like right beside me. So let's
I'm pretty sure the chickens like cost 1.
Oh yeah, probably. Let's just remember that the chicken can be summoned for really cheap. But I'm not really. Oh yeah, it's a cost 1. Sorry, but it does reach level 4.
Yeah, funny card.
Exactly, funny chicken.
Funny chicken. Let me have a look. I'm scoring through right now. No, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a cost 0 with 4 levels.
Yep, we don't have them. Unfortunately, not yet. I was misidentifying my chicken as a cost 0, and I want to formally apologize for that.
Lamau.
Yeah. But yeah. Also, like Heroes, the final quote unquote final boss of Heroes is actually like just yourself. It is a very poetic lesson. That in the end, your biggest enemy is always yourself.
True.
Exactly.
Truth nuke.
Yeah, because like, of course, like the Gabaru like lost the. Okay, at this point, this anime is like really old, and the execution is what makes it. So like, I guess I can just spoil the ending, but like, but basically the Gamaru regained his losses fun of playing Battle Spirits when he gained like Amaterasu Dragon, and then like in the end he did lost the battle, but like he won because in losing that battle he regained his enjoyment of playing Battle Spirits. So I think it's a real beautiful thing. Yeah. And Hajime actually won by like now being acknowledged by the champion, and then he can fight with the champion like whenever he wants. Like, yeah, losing doesn't make you any less valuable as a person. That is the very beautiful lesson that I learned from Heroes, and I hope that I will not forget that, at least for the next 30 seconds. Yeah. Because of course, now that we have all the lighthearted stuff, time to go back to the edgy stuff. Yay! Yippee! Now we have Battle Spirits Summer Dice. So like now they aren't even being subtle about it. Like Battle Spirits Brave, they make the characters slightly taller. Like they make it like as if they are like a little bit of a mature person. Now they are not even being subtle about it. Let's just make these kids fight the gods like they do in the old JRPGs. Yay! I mean, at this point, like Spirits Sword Dice is they don't really. I think they are also like trying taking a little bit of a creative break. Because they don't introduce like that big of a new mechanics. They just introduce two big keywords that became a central theme for the Sword Dice cards, which is the chain and the rush and the charge mechanic. Charge is just a color like it got you to play a mono color deck, because like the more charge unit you have, like the stronger your effects will be. Like the red charge will increase the PP limit for your destruction effects. The green one will increase the number of spirits that is exhausted by your effects. Blue is probably the strongest one because it increases the card that you mill. Yeah, and then Rush on the other hand is a mechanic that is a keyword that kind of like it is still in play today, because it encourages you to basically play like multiple colors in your deck, because it rewards you by like, okay, so like you have like this effect, and then you have an extra effect if you have a symbol of another color on your field. Yeah. Well, like, but the mechanic itself, they do bring back like the Braves, because like in Heroes, they are not really too hot on Braves. We have like one singular Brave, if I'm not wrong, which is Kotetsu Tiger. It's the only new Braves that I have in my memory. Because once Kotetsu Tiger came out, like every single people that uses the Mibrok, the white Mibrok deck, just uses Kotetsu Tiger as their Brave.
Wait, really?
At least that's the only memorable one. There's bound to be other things, but I don't remember the other ones.
This is during the burst era, isn't it?
Yeah, the Heroes one.
The Heroes one. I mean, we can always look back at Professor Morius.
Ooh. Oh no, I mean like the new, like in the anime, like I don't think there's
in the anime,
yeah.
right?
I mean, like of course, like in real world there's bound to be more, but like in the anime, yeah. That's the I think like that's the only new Brave that is being introduced. So now, what do we do to remedy this situation? We introduce 12. Yeah, it's the usual dark versus light narrative. That is still pretty easy to follow if you like JRPG. So basically, you have like the 6 Warrior of Light and 6 Warrior of Darkness. So the Warrior of Light uses decks that plays around charge. So they are all mono color decks. But you will think that the guy from like the dark camp who is using Rush will be playing multicolored decks, right? No, they are also playing mono. But they just have some cards that has like symbol of other colors. But like for the most part, they're also playing mono. So that's probably the only missed opportunity. Like, but nevertheless, Yaiba's as a 12 years old tyrant, he's still pretty threatening. for the first half. So like it's still a pretty fun show if you want something that is more that is have like a more of an adventure anime vibe. And they do they do bring a lot of like the old stuff as well, because like the guide character, which is the robot, that is a little bit hard to see from this image, but like the main character has a mentor character who is a robot, and he uses Sachi to upload Dragon Deck. Yippee!
Yeah, I really love him. Bring the Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he what is it? Because like he's a robot, basically became Sentinel.
Yeah.
Who are taking care of Judy for so long. I was like, oh, my heart.
Okay, so
yeah.
Sword Art came out in 2012. When is like Big Hero 6 came out? Big Hero 6.
Why are you comparing with them? What the hell?
Because Springer's basically Baymax.
I mean, you're not wrong. Big Hero 6 2014.
Yeah, Big Hero 6 2014. So Springer's actually Baymax before it was cool. Maybe Baymax is inspired by Springer. We'll never know. Because like Big Hero 6 is also heavily inspired by anime, right? So like, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also like, yeah. The one thing is like because like the sword braves are like shaped like swords, right? Like in one, you will wonder like how they are going to use to attack like on their own, because like they are still braves, so they can attack on their own. Like the other one is like how they will combine. Like of course there are like simple combinations, like the way you see in this picture, like Shining Dragon is just holding the sword, and Nega Ninetail is basically just holding the sword on its jaw. But yeah, you do then see like very interesting combinations. Because like you do like, don't know, like out of the 12, like the 15 something like the key spirits that are used by the main character, like you have two key spirits that eats the sword. So like, that is like that is like not a lot, but like that is like uncomfortably lots of reference of like like animals like eating swords and making it a part of their body, kind of. Never thought I would say that, but yeah. And then although the one thing that I really like, the subtle thing that I really like about the sword braves is actually they introduce Tsurugi. Spoilers. Spoilers, so skip 3 minutes if you don't want to get spoiled. But yeah, basically when he get the dark deck, because he's also the user of the sword brave of darkness. Yeah. So there is this 1 to 2 episodes where he actually like equipped the dark blade to a spirit is not his key spirit, which is actually like, yeah, I mean like, granted they both hold the sword like the same way, but like, that is like, finally you are like teaching the kids that mechanically these braves can be equipped to anyone.
True.
Yeah.
Actually, now I forgot about that. You didn't mention it. Maybe.
Yeah. Like braves can be equipped to any spirits, but like at up to this point, specific braves are only equipped to like specific spirits. So like, it does send the message that okay, so like to the kids that okay, if you want to win the way the anime characters do, you have to keep the braves until your key spirits came out, basically. Yeah, and then this is basically just teaching them that okay, even if you don't have your key spirit, you do have other spirits that you can pair your braves with, and then you can basically like continue the battle, use their effects to basically draw your key spirit, and then you can pass the braves onto your key spirit later on, pretty much.
Yeah.
So all the subtle things. Although like although like it is a post-apocalyptic world, so there are lots of things that might not make a whole lot of sense. But like it is still a very fun show, and you do still have like the looming threat of like a tyrant like trying to take over like the whole world. So like it is still, you do still like, it's still enough to kind of like keep my suspension of disbelief to kind of like, yeah, why, like I don't really want to question because like there's something dangerous like looming behind their back. Yeah, I mean like the girl, like the yellow girl, like Izakura, right? Like she has like a whole company built entirely by orphans, and they are like a whole network of bakeries that also acted kind of like a spy network. Because of course they do.
I forgot about that. Yeah. That's crazy to think about.
I know, right? It's like, okay, so like the orphans who are like never taught how to cooperate with each other actually like duke with their fists, and they finally reach understanding, and then they are now building a whole company. Like a whole multinational company. Because of course they do. That's what they do best. Yeah. And then, yeah. Tora, his whole thing is just being a C word guy that really likes that tone like spice. Huh. Wait, that doesn't check out.
What?
No, just kidding. Yeah, don't. I was just talking to myself. Don't worry about it. And of course, you have the ninja. You have the guy who is like, who you have the fanboy. Yeah. You know what? You know the premium heroine box came with like 10 promo cards, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then one of them is like, the secret, we will not reveal it until you get the box into your home. We will never reveal it beforehand. And then like, of course, it is Hakuo when he's wearing girl clothes. So anyway, fast forward to the future, I kept like the 9 inside my album, and then like I don't know where I think I gave the Hakuo one away. Yeah. And it is like I was like, yeah. They love. I mean, like they are like children, so like the chemistry between the characters can be a little bit funny. Because like of course like Hakuo clearly like likes Kisakura.
But like, right, yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's been so long.
Yeah, it is a fun show. Like you can see, like, okay, so this is just children crushes, but it's kind of cute. So why not?
It was kind of cute, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, I think like this is a series that you want to start for the adventure, and you stay for whatever you discover along the way. Cause like lots of the cards that are featured in Sword Ties are actually like still pretty strong today, like the original Abyss Apocalypse, for example.
Yeah, like the Dark Green Brave, I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, Usubaka Gero.
Yeah, it was also very prominent during that time.
Yeah. Not to mention the revival version has a synergy with my favorite Pale Spirits card ever, so yeah. So I really like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because like when that one was out, it literally brought back the green aggro deck, basically.
Ooh. Very nice.
Really nice indeed.
Yeah. We are still so 2012, so next year is going to be the 15th anniversary for Sword Ties.
Yeah.
Nice. We will see finally, hopefully, because like we did talk about it before, right? About like the new, like the, you want to play like the main characters in the modern times. Like every single character has like pretty decent deck, except for Sword Ties.
No. Yeah, you did mention that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the closest thing that you can do is probably play a white control and then put like Nega Ninetail Revival, which is still pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's the closest thing that you can do. The rest of your deck will be Ice Princess, Gundam, and lots of planes basically. EP. Or I guess you can play Artemis with Nekana Intel. Why not?
Yeah, technically you can do that. Yeah.
You can do that. It's something that you can do. It doesn't have that much of synergy, but it is. You can kind of use it as a tech, I guess. So yeah. Now that also like the only other thing is they do have like the Truth Eden in the final scene kind of, but like they don't have like an actual card for it. And then the card actually came out and it's actually broken.
Yeah. Kinda?
Because I guess like that's
I don't know.
Yeah, it's basically like takes I guess like basically like the combos you use like the draw plate spirits and then you summon Truth Eden and then Truth Eden summons Overray. And you basically just do that continuously to pretty much flood your whole field with like double sword brave spirits. Which I don't know if it's strong or not because I didn't play at that time, but like yeah, that's still a pretty nice sight to see on your own field. Of course, like on this day and age.
Let's just say Overray has never been meta.
No, tell me that's not true. Yeah, unfortunately, I probably have to accept that truth. In that 5 seconds of me shouting, I was like, oh, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay if Overray is not meta. Overray will always be meta in my heart because like Overray, I don't know why. I really so out of like the CG spirits, like my favorite design is still Overray. Don't know why. It's it's like a shiny in a right way, and then it does kind of like quote unquote like, well, it doesn't fix, but like it does have like what Shining Dragon lacks, which is Shining Dragon is like a very anemic dragon. It's like very thin, right? Like, and then like Overray kind of like gain more muscles, and then it gains like all the armors that make everything a little bit more looks a little bit more balanced. Mm-hmm. And it has 2 swords. It has 3 swords, by the way. So like, what not to love about that? Like, Overray is like really cool, man. I hope like Overray XV will be actually like useful in the game.
We'll see. Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Although it's going to be a red card, and I will probably not be able to play the deck because like I just can't play red. Yeah. So next up, we are done with the edgy, so let's back to the fun stuff. Yay!
Wait, well, I mean, what's better than edgy, which is edgy and fun?
Exactly. Now that you mention it, it is also edgy. We can't escape the edgy. Edgy is like now. We are at the age where edgy is like ruling our lives. So we are now in the series whose title is the most unique out of all, because instead of like starting with Battle Spirit, something like they always do, it is called the Saikyo Ginga Ultimate Battle Spirits 0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saikyo Ginga Ultimate 0 Battle Spirits. Yeah, it's a yeah, I can't even remember like how you pronounce it. Yeah, Saikyo Ginga Ultimate 0 Battle. Yeah, Saikyo Ginga Ultimate 0 Battle Spirits. What a confusing name. But of course, like as its name implies, it introduces the 5th card type in the game, which is also became another nightmare when you want to teach another person like how to play the game, because now you have spirits, you have braves, now you have ultimates, which is functionally speaking they are like pretty much identical to spirits, except they have like condition to summon them, conditions before you can summon them, which for the most part, especially in the modern times, they are basically written there just to be just as a formality, because like most of the time you will not be able to summon your ultimates. Because why? Because like limitation is for losers, right? But yeah, your point is when it first came out, they do have like limitations. Like for example, the main character's ultimates would mostly have the condition of like you need to have like 2 or more like red spirits on the field, for example, before the ultimates themselves can be summoned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It does bring back a little bit of like it does feel like kind of like everything that we have so far in Battle Spirits put into a blender and then like serve as a salad pretty much. Because you do have the edgy antagonist of Battle Spirits Brave. You do have like the fun vibe of Battle Spirit Heroes, and you have the grand goal like a grander version of a normal goal in Battle Spirits Shonen Toppa, and you do fight God like you do in Battle Spirits Sword Ice pretty much.
Yeah, it's a mix of everything basically.
Yeah. It is a fun mix of everything. Oh, I knew, but like it is a mix of everything. Also, Kiriga is pretty much just Kiriga is a parone, but on another factor. It's gay, but in another way.
True, actually.
Exactly right.
I think also Lei at that point was technically the oldest protagonist as well.
Oh yeah.
Being surprising 17 years old.
Oh no, are you sure? It's really short for the 17 years old. You know, like the other fun thing is like they do have like the anniversary stuff where they kind of like have like the main characters like wear tuxedos and went to a party, right? And then like you line up everyone, and then of course like the one who looks the tallest are like Yukimura and Dan from Brave, right? But that kind of like that kind of skewed our perspective of like who is actually like the oldest. Although like Ray is actually the oldest, but because his head is so big, like he looks shorter than the others.
I think later on Gallet's like older, but at this point, yeah. Lei is like the oldest one, yeah.
Exactly. And they do have like a fun way to kind of like introduce like not too much new character, but like introduce like a lot of like ultimates, which is by having Ray turning into like basically like transforming into the titular character Zero when he actually goes into battle basically, and he goes to 6 different zeros according to each color that he uses. So it's actually like the first main character that properly uses all 6 colors in a way.
Yeah.
Because like Dan does claim that his deck has all 6 colors in Brave, but like of course like he mainly uses red. But like Ray basically like uses like exclusive red, exclusively white, exclusively green, and so on and so on. Although other than red, he don't really have a second ultimate, so he only has a second and third ultimate for pretty much only his red deck. You can argue that Siegfrieden is also a second ultimate for the white deck, as it's a red-white ultimate, but like yeah. Other than that, his other colors doesn't really get anything new. Just yeah. If anything, like the blue Zero actually loses this, it's only ace card because like his ace card is like the Ultimate Alexander, right? But like Ultimate Alexander originally belongs to Kiriga, so like he was basically just like. How do you say it? Like he was just there for the right to go back to Kiriga, pretty much. Bless you, by the way. Help. Yeah. So once Zero met Kiriga, he gave back the Ultimate Alexander back, and then like now his blue ultimate version doesn't the blue Zero doesn't have an ultimate, pretty much. That is on screen at least. I would like to believe that he gained like either ultimate Castle Golem or ultimate Orichalcon Golem. But like, of course, we can't see that on screen, so like, unfortunately, we will never know.
Yeah.
Also, like in the end, like every single, so the main characters who battles are like Zero, like Rei, Kiriga, and Ares, right?
Yeah.
And of course, for plot reasons, they ended up all just playing red because why the fuck not? Yeah. I guess like because like Kiriga do play like some colors as well. So Kiriga plays blue, white, and then in the end he plays red as well. Like Ares plays only yellow and red. So like yeah, if like this is probably one of the series that can probably benefit from having more episodes. Then we can cope with more characters. Like then Ares will probably be have more colors. Like there is like one guy who kept like on trying to imagine like what Ares will be in other colors, especially purple.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
And then like the one that I don't expect to actually like is like the Team Rocket kind of like character, right? Like the three, like the Galaxy Triumphate.
Yeah,
like the three crows. I don't really expect that I will like them by the end of the series.
Yeah, they're like, but then it's like obviously you got things like Team Rocket, right? In Pokemon, it's like which is like they're there to be just to be goofy, and people really like goofy things,
exactly.
goofy people. So yeah, they are pretty endearing. I'll give them that.
I know, right? Like in that one battle where Hashibuto was fighting Rei, and then like the crowd finally like acknowledge them as like an actual like strong battler, right? Like damn, and that scene was like, I never thought I would cry in a children's anime where the vibe is supposed to be like just dumb fun. Yeah, it's like oh my god, like I actually felt that in my I've actually felt that in my soul.
Yeah, and it's also really, I guess, pretty unique that we have like one of the big guys, you know, well, the big guy in the trio is like what? I think we know he is a guy, but then he just acts very feminine most of the time, which is like pretty funny.
Yeah, it is a product of its time. It's definitely for sure. When we think that acting a little bit sissy is comedy on its own. Now it's a little bit more nuanced, but like back then, just acting sissy itself is already enough to kind of like serve as a comedy. But yeah, in the end, like it kind of I mean, it still kind of like works for their character because Hashibuto in the end is the one who kind of like became the voice of reason in a way for like the trio pretty much. Although they are also kind of stupid, but because they are like supposed to be that kind of character, but like yeah, they are stupid because they are stupid, not because of how they act. Okay. Also, Shoko is introduced a little bit way too late, and then it's way too abrupt. So like that's also kind of like the weak part. But like for the most part, like it is one of the series where the characters just like make the whole thing alive. And it's also something that can be easily messed up, right? Because like they do have like the interplanetary adventures, so that's like some of the planets were like very rudimentary, which is kind of like just a quite like kind of like in a good way, kind of like a childish interpretation of like how different planets would work if interplanetary travel is actually available, right? But yeah, I guess like they kind of like they can easily mess that up, but they still like kind of like managed to keep everything together. Although like the actual like warp gate being an actual gate with the locks is actually kind of funny. And then the way they can pass through the locks is basically to defeat the lock in the game of Battle Spirits, because why the fuck not? It was just fear and hunger before it was cool. Like, yeah, Walter.
And
Oh
then
yeah.
And I think was it like besides the Ultimates, I suppose like it's kind of nice, like now that I think about it. Like the whole reason why they put the reverse 12 Zodiac is probably because they didn't want Braves to go absolute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they try to make the Braves relevant, but then obviously it's like, eh?
Yeah. Because now you wanted something that touches ultimates, but it only touches ultimates. In decks that are mostly still spirits. Perfect. Just perfect. You're just sitting there top end and they're not doing anything. And then in the end, the one that is like surprisingly like the most broken one is the one that is so that can be a little bit questionable, but just the Gloria and Aquarius loop basically. Which is not really a loop, it's just you just every turn you just summon Gloria, and then Gloria summons Aqualision, and you get 2 draws and then 1 corpus at the end. So basically, it's just an engine for the control deck. But yeah, somehow it works. Yeah. But it is not the intended use, of course.
Yeah.
Also, like the other subtle things that they are teaching in this anime is actually that Rikoto, the guy that is the little brother of the pink-haired girl. Like he actually trade cards with another card with a girl his age. It's like, oh, this is what they wanted to do. This is trading card game. You're supposed to trade your cards. Let's forget the fact that she gave him Nijinoko in exchange for Magu. So I was like, huh, that sounds like, now that I think about it, that sounds fair. It's and yeah, forgetting like the actual like use of the cards. Like Magu is I think it's a rare, right? It's a rare from the time where Master Rare has not existed, so it's pretty much the same ratio of rare as you have in Pale Spirit Saga. That is not guaranteed in a pack. It is not guaranteed in a pack, and you have a pretty big pool, so you are not guaranteed to get the rare that you want. And then she's basically trading it for Nijinoko, which is a common.
Yeah.
It's like, I know that she's a pirate, but yeah, this is starting to get a little bit too real. Like she is like really convincing him. Like she is like really selling this Nijinoko is pretty much is a Tsuchinoko, so it's pretty much pretty much a very fat snake. So yeah, this very fat snake is definitely worth trading your very cool gigantic dragon for. Like she is like really selling it to him. Wow, this is like teaching everything that gets should learn like in just one scene. Like one, you can just trade your cards if you want, but like 2, you do have to do your due diligence and make sure that you are not trapped by your friends just because they smile nice.
Basically,
yeah. But yeah, now we are in your favorite anime actually, Ayumu. Your sake, which is Battle Spirits Burning Soul. Yippee. So yeah, now because it's your favorite, I will let you take the stage. Although you have explained it to me like again and again, I will just assume that I will forget them.
What?
Yes. So why should people watch Battle Spirits Burning Soul?
It's so obviously a lot of people are hating on it because like it kind of produces like very edgy new players who just wanna sound like their favorite Burning Soul characters. But I think obviously the first thing is like it's like a complete series that's like how to say it's like a complete series which is like the closest to like the most recent mechanics in the game right now. So like for new players to watch them, like actually like Burning Soul is probably like the best one if you want to like just try to understand what's going on with the game. Especially since they have the soul core, which is definitely very important right now. Yeah. And then yeah, like I rewatched a little bit. I didn't actually rewatch the whole thing just because I didn't really have the time. But like it's pretty obvious that not pretty obvious, but like it's pretty nice that it really caters to the new players in just like how to like introduce the games and then all the different mechanics and like how to play. It's actually really interesting how like I mean obviously you just kind of have to introduce the protagonist first. So obviously you have Yukimura. And then like the classic rap just like head to head battle kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then like literally the next one they decide to introduce is
Oshie.
no Soen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is obviously plays with Mill. Which like it's actually a really good choice because like it immediately grabs like probably will get the attention of like the new watchers to be like wait so like Mill is actually like a main win con in like in this game kind of thing and like this is actually really good marketing because obviously not a lot of games actually wants to use Mill as like a major win con. Like Pokemon, for example, like they would have Mill in like the game, but then like they're not like meta kind of stuff. So yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, and I do now that you mentioned that, I do really have to give them credit because out of our whole conversation, like the whole theme about like the new Battle Spirits anime is usually because they really wanted to push the new mechanics. They really like put off like introducing like the old mechanics until like way back, right? Like they only introduced like Sagittopo Dragon early because they wanted to introduce the Sword Braves afterwards. So like they just want to say that okay, so these are Braves. These are Braves but the new ones. But like Battle Spirits Burning Soul pretty much introduce you of course to the Soul Core, but also to the Burst pretty early. And then like Yukimura actually like uses one like a Brave as well, which he uses for his entire career, never upgrading it for some reason. Onimaru. And yeah, did anyone uses ultimate at some point? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We have the set. We are yeah. I remember. I forgot about the Sengoku 6 General. Even though Mudo has continuously fucked me up. Even I played after Double Draft, by the way. So like even like 2 years afterwards, it still fucked me up. Yeah. So you have you're pretty much like introduced to everything that you I mean like don't really I it's not like I don't like Burning Soul, but I like the other series better. But like now that you mention it, I do have to give it credit for like actually like embracing like all the mechanics that they have introduced so far, pretty much.
Yeah, which is like that makes it really good. for new players to actually understand, you know, what's going on, kind of thing.
Yeah. And then with the soul core, actually, you do have like a complete complete set of like what the game has to offer, because like of course like advent manifest, they can be significantly different, but like the point still stands that is basically like soul core is a core that you can use as a resource, but effects that specifically ask for it, because like in the end of the day, like no matter how manifest or advent works, it is only an effect that specifies a soul core to be sent to the trash for it to activate, right? Yeah. So yeah.
So it's and and to be fair, I also do think like Burning Soul is pretty interesting, you know, like and like I would say like surprisingly, Burning Soul does how to say it? It's like they do. I don't know how to say it. They do kind of reflect kind of like the real life a bit more, and because I, oh my god, I'm multitasking so hard.
Yeah, I think like if I were to recite your story, basically because you do when you want to play competitively, you do form some kind of teams. Of course, it's not as formal as they do in the anime, but you do ended up like forming some small groups in which you test play with each other, and then you try to at least like pass like the other teams. Like of course you wanted to be the number one, but like if like, because of course like in the end it's a tournament, it's a numbers game, so like if I can win, like at least I wanted to help my friend to win the game, kind of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of like the camaraderie, like the interaction between the characters are actually like pretty close to what we experienced when we were playing Battle Spirit Saga, and why the end of service was pretty much a very big blow for us in general. Yeah. So this is our life now, life after Battle Spirit Saga. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean like the new series it pretty much has aesthetic that is similar to Battle Spirit's Burning Soul. Not necessarily going to be the same universe or going to have the same kind of story, but like at least like the aesthetic is pretty close. So if you like Burning Soul, I think you can look forward to the new anime as well.
Yeah,
it is going to be edgy again though. Like after this we are going to have another, like the last one that is a little bit more fun, but after that it's just edgy train. Yay.
No, like
Is
it's I think Double Drive just weird.
Yeah. Indeed. But
I mean, to be fair, like let's be honest, no one here actually finished watching the whole thing.
Yeah, no. You watch the first few episodes, you watch the final episode, and you're done.
No, it's because you literally cannot find them online.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And like they never even like, you know, I realized later on, like people were like, surely there's like Blu-ray, right? No, there actually isn't.
Oh my god.
I was like, yeah, surely someone would have like Blu-rayed it and like you know, pirated or like whatever. It's like, and like no, turns out there wasn't even a Blu-ray.
They don't even sell it.
No, it wasn't. It was that bad. Like they literally only came as like a premium Bandai.
Oh
like,
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like even Bandai decided, nah, it's not worth it, and just like never bothered about it.
Yeah, it's not worth marketing it. Also,
literally,
also like in the game itself, it kind of brings like a kind of like an Age of Power grip that is still they are still trying to stop from now. It's like especially like even when we don't go to the effects, like the PP for like access it, like the horse god king. It's like significant, like
Yeah.
it's way too high for like a 6 cost. It's like, oh, it's a 8 cost, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. But
It
still, like,
costs, yeah.
it's an 8 cost, but like still, like the PP is like extremely high. I think like it's like above 10 on like level 1. So it's like, huh?
Yeah, because like even though basically like even though like yeah like Ultimate Zero
Mm-mm.
was like pretty fun and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
In terms of like the game meta, it actually did ruin it quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the ultimate.
Mm-mm.
And so yeah, unfortunately, like it did drive a lot of people away
Mm-mm.
to not play the game anymore just because like um
Oh, yeah.
yeah just because like it's very hard to deal with the ultimate
Mm-mm.
and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
And then and so like and then obviously it did affect the meta as well.
Mm-mm.
And then so like basically they had to do like try to do like a damage control
Mm-mm.
and then try to make the spirits to keep up with the ultimates like over time.
Mm-mm.
So it's like they were already doing that in Burning Soul, which is
Mm-mm.
why like you will see like a lot of like random X rares which somehow has like a level 4 with like a ridiculous amount of cores.
Yeah.
Yeah, to reach that level, and literally it's literally just because like it's literally just because like they wanna use it as like a way to say like, hey, look, like these spirits can like deal with ultimates as well. Like
Mm-mm.
you just gotta commit to it, because ultimate still has to be hard to deal with, stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
And then, but like they probably realized it wasn't actually working.
Mm-mm.
So when double drive started, they just decided, yeah, you know what,
Fuck the
this spirit gonna
ultimates.
be like 4 cores
Yeah.
for 2,000 like 20,000 BP. There we
Mm-mm.
go.
There you
Like
go.
that's kind of yeah.
Mm. There you go. Now fuck the ultimates. And like the Gale Phoenix was also like basically like gains 5,000 for each of your spirits as well. And
Something
it
like
can
that, yeah.
and it can ram into everything that is exhausted. Yeah. That was a beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was weird. But like
Mm-mm.
double drive was weird, I think.
Yeah.
It's like most of the time in my memories, they didn't even have any proper battles.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah.
Well, they do, but like most of the time, I suppose it was also during the time when like they kind of wanna introduce like alternative play styles. Like
Mm-mm.
you don't have to play the game this way, like stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
And then so like they basically they basically try to like just like casually introduce them in
Mm-mm.
like the anime, which was like what was it? Yes, like in the form of like soul spots,
Mm-mm.
like whatever it's like freaking called.
Mm-mm.
And then which is like the spots where like the cast try to find like imagine brace to power up their decks and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
And then like but like obviously you have to go through trials to actually get the imagine brace. And then like the trials was like just like weird battles and stuff like 2 versus 1, or
Mm-mm.
just like just like oh, like this dungeon can just like randomly spawn a lot of spirits,
Mm-mm.
and now you have to deal like with 10 of them at once and stuff like that. It's just
Mm-mm.
like, okay. I mean, I suppose if they want to go back to like introducing the games to like children, then like okay, yeah, kind of makes sense. But that's really it. Like they basically chose, I would say they chose the wrong time
Mm-mm.
to actually do that, because like this is the point where the OG fans were actually adults,
Mm-mm.
or at least like getting close to adults. So
Yeah.
when you introduce something this like basically being childish, it's like
Mm-mm.
there's nothing really much to watch there basically.
Mm-mm.
And then like you can clearly see they kind of want to put the format kind of like the Brave era, where they run around and try to get new cards and stuff like that, competing with the others, especially like the 12 Gokis and everything like that. But it just didn't work out the same way. Like the level of intensity was just like
it's just off.
different. Yeah, it's just off. And yeah, and then oh my god, actually that reminds me of like that reminds me of like one of the videos that I watched recently, which is like somewhere along the line of like how not to ruin the climax or something like that. And like now that I think about it, I think one reason why I really didn't like Double Drive is because like in terms of the storytelling in general, it was just like wrong. Because like the first thing is that like there were like basically no character growth between Shunta and
Yoko.
Yoko, yeah. Yoko?
Yoku.
Yoku, there we go. Yeah. And then the same goes with like the villains as well, especially Cassia.
Yeah.
And Cassia is definitely the main problem there. Because because like at the end of like the episode, like I mean obviously the whole thing, I mean for those who never watched Double Drive, which I suppose most of you wouldn't have anyway, it's basically Shunta won Exorcist, which is the horse god king in his own world, and he won against Cassia, and then he got sent into like a different world, isekai, basically, because that Exorcist is actually a very important card in their world. And then now also it proves that Shunta is a really good player because obviously he won the championship and stuff like that. And so he's basically being asked to like save the world by like collecting the remaining of the God Kings and stuff like that. And then in the meantime, he will have like a new ally, which is Yoku, being summoned from another world. With who's also like very good at the game because like it's being proven by how he's holding the rooster, Gal Phoenix and stuff like that. And then obviously on the other hand, you got Cassia, who's basically being summoned by the opposing side because like they thought they could like, make use of his hatred towards Sunta for for winning against him and stuff like that. And so like so I suppose like like the lesson, if you want to give them a lesson here, maybe for Shunta is something about not boasting too much about their ability and stuff like that, which I suppose I assume it would have happened in some episodes to show that he's reflecting on himself and stuff like that. But like I never managed, I couldn't watch the complete episodes, and then it's quite a while ago, so even if it happened, it's just not memorable. But obviously that might be my problem, might not be the story itself, but who knows. But then like on the other hand, there was Cassia, which this one I definitely remember very clearly. So like for Cassia, you kind of wanted the character development to be like, yeah, you know what, actually, losing, there's nothing wrong with losing, just have to get better. Like later on, stuff like that, right? But like which never happened basically. Cause like because you got like the very last episode, and then like 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 Cassia barely interacted with Shunta and Yoku. He's more like just a very sudden final boss battle kind of thing. And then so like there was very little chances for Shunta to actually influence Cassia to become a better person. And then in the last episode, like it felt very unrewarding because like Shunta and Yoku managed to gather all 12 God Kings, stuff like that. And then obviously like generally you want the climax to be something. Oh yeah, they came this far. They collect all 12 God Kings. Now they're gonna beat Kazuya with all 12 God Kings. No, they're literally going to lose. And the only reason why they managed to go through that, like to manage to win, is because Kazuya didn't want to get swallowed by death peers.
He didn't want to die.
he didn't want to die, so he just like went against death peers. Well, he basically went against his own deck, and then refused to use the burst wall, which means that shimtone and Yoku could continue the attack, and that's how they won. Like, I'm not sure if you can see the problem here, but I mean, I definitely can.
Yeah.
So it's like basically, they're saying that Shunta and Yoku did all these things, and they could still only win because basically their opponent didn't want to die. They learned nothing from it.
Yeah.
Kazuya learns nothing from it because he didn't help them for their sake. They didn't exactly help them as well. He was just trying to help himself.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the power of friendship kind of thing. He literally just didn't want to die. Yeah. And then, you know, like somehow, you know, obviously, like at the end, you know, because Kazuya has a near-death experience, you know, then like he just went with Suntan. It's like, you know what? It's okay. We'll just be friends. I don't want to think about this too much. You know, like similar feeling, right? It's like so. It's like it's just weird. You know, after watching, it's just like, okay. Good for you, I guess.
The more I listen to it, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Not to mention how much Magnemizer actually like ruined the game for a lot of us afterwards. Oh my god, Kazuya really brought nothing good into the game. What the fuck?
I mean, Magnemizer was the worst. You gotta remember during that time, Halumalin and Boo Boo Man was like the worst things ever. But yeah.
I will ignore that because I actually use Hanumarlin, even though I don't have Boo Boo Man, but yeah. So yeah, this is the funny part, which is so we have the Monkey God King, which allows you to use any axle at during your attack step without paying the cost, and afterwards summoning it. Of course, you can kind of like cause a loop because of that, but for the most part, it's a class cannon deck. Like you still need a lot of setup to kind of like reach that point in which like you can actually like do the loop, and then like for the most part, the monkey does it is still a yellow deck. You don't have any protection, so like one single white bounce magic like diamond wall and everything is done. Because like you need to okay, if you have like an air eraser, then maybe you can get through it, but like even then you still have to draw like all the parts. So how do you handle that? So there's this other yellow deck, which is the higher meta, which is the multiply deck. Which the whole gimmick is when they are summoned, they have this keyword called multiply, which you open the top 2 cards of your deck, and then summon one eligible spirit that is of a specific cost and a specific family that is refilled, and then discard the rest. Of course, they have an extra called the what was she called again? The cost 5 extra.
Well, yeah. Oh, the Gourmet Fairy.
Yeah, the Gourmet Fairy. I
can't remember.
Yeah, basically the Gourmet Fairy allows you to take the cards that you don't summon to your hand, and then
fromage.
Oh yeah, fromage. Yeah. And then the other thing that makes a thing broken is they added this one fruit. So basically, all they are like a fruit fairies, by the way. So like they added the fruit fairy of mangosteen, queen mangostina. Yeah. That has a subtle effect in which if you summon a spirit that multiply and this spirit has a soul core on it, then you can add one card from the void to the summoned spirit. Of course, you still have to put a card to maintain the spirit before mangostina's effect can resolve. So you can't really just summon a multiply and then like kill the summoner and then kill like basically like put no cores on it and then gain just a free core. So you still have to sacrifice some things. But this means You can pretty much empty your whole deck. And then with From Much, you can take the cards that are not that doesn't have multiply, such as Hanu Merlin, the Fallen, Hamster, which are like basically the combo pieces. And then because of how low the cost of like the multiply cards are, like you can do this pretty early, pretty much. So you basically start with Mangostina, and then like from your turn 2, you can basically just do this, everything. Which resulted in Mangostina, Hanu Merlin, Valen getting limited to 1. Which hurts like the consistency a lot. But even before that, you will think that, okay, so like, because like this multiply spirits all has like different costs and like they summon different spirits of different costs, like how do you ensure that you will be able to summon everything? So, Battle Spirits have had what once did this small cooperation with the theme park, whose mascot is called Poo Poo Man. Of course, they are kind of like a character modeled after like the Shocker Troopers from Kamen Rider, which the thing about them is there are a lot of them. So how do you then include Boo Boo Man into the game? They gave him Multiply, which summons exclusively Boo Boo Man, but also it has a ruling text that allows you to bring any number of Boo Boo Man inside your deck. Because why the fuck not? So basically, you have one Mangostina, turn 2 you summon a Boo Boo Man, and then you just clear out your whole deck. Very fun. Yeah. So basically, your deck would only contain all the Mangostina, all the Hanuman combo parts, and From Much, basically. In which they actually made a very awkward limited list afterwards, in which you can bring up to 20 Boo Boo Men inside your deck, and also why afterwards the Child Sphinx can only is limited also to 20 cards in the deck. Oh my goodness. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, and also like Boo Boo Man. So because Boo Boo Man, Battle Spirits basically became the first and the only card game right now where in the restricted list you have a card that being restricted to
20
copies for whatever reason. Yeah.
Don't worry, the magic number is 20 for them. That's what it is. So yeah, afterwards we do have like the Saga Brave, Gauntlet of Revolution, and Battle Spirits Mirage. There's actually not much to talk about them because they're kind of like an anniversary series that is kind of like a fan service for people who like Battle Spirits Brave.
Yeah.
So it is not something. I mean, like there are lots of things that we can still talk about them, of course, but like I think it is the series that are best for you to experience on your own after you kind of like watch like the entirety of Geki Hadan, the entirety of Brave, and then now Saga Brave is basically kind of like supposed to kind of like quote unquote reward you for like a dance journey in Brave. Not to the fullest, but it does provide some closures to some things that we want closures for. So I guess that is good enough. And the scenario writer almost got murdered by the whole team, by the way.
The what?
So because like they do have like a special like after the episodes of Saga Brave has concluded, like they do have like a special show where they kind of like talk about the production and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like the scenario writer kind of like throw an idea to the team that as a closure for Mai. Like now that Mai has made peace with that, the fact that Dan will not be coming back, right? In Saga Brave, basically. So like,
yeah,
fuck that spoiler, but yeah. So basically, he wanted to bring a closure to my story, in which when she was working in the NGO, in the non-government organization,
yeah,
like where she actually met a doctor, and then like they fell in love, and then they because she has moved on, she basically find her own happiness now. And then the whole studio just erupted. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. In fact, you actually read that I'm going to stab you. You actually write that I'm going to stab you.
Wow.
My goodness. I guess you can have your own headcanon of how Mai is going to live her life afterwards, but I guess that's the closure that that's not the closure that the production team actually wanted, I guess. Yeah, Khaled
That'd
is
be
all
so funny.
exactly. Khaled, of course, it's supposed to be bringing like a new generation to like the Dun's story, because Dun actually also inherits his title as the core of the core's light bearer from the previous generation. So the Khaled, Farthe, and Rin is supposed to be the next generation, but of course they only have like 3 to 5 episodes each, so they don't really have much time to kind of like explore their story. So like hopefully one day Well Spirits will make enough money and the physical media, or like we will find a business model in which like making a long series of anime kind of like profitable again. So then they could have like this financial incentive to kind of like flesh out the series for Mirage and Khaled. They can be they can pretty much be like the same anime, just 2 different seasons too. So yeah.
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah. So I guess that's it. And from April we'll be getting a new anime. So lots of things to look forward to. Yeah, and the anime, by the way, will feature both the standard and the eternal format. So if whichever you want to play, there's something for you. Of course, we are worried about how they would actually implement that. That sounds like asking for disaster, but like let's just trust the process for now.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if they wanted to keep like the standard going, let's hope that this will also mean they wanted to keep the production going like they do previously, and hopefully like they do with Vanguard. In which we still have 10 minutes, so I'm going to run a little bit. Like, have you watched the Bushiro 15th anniversary streams things? I didn't watch
the stream, but like I've seen a little bit of what's going on. Like I've seen the bits that I cared, basically.
Yeah. Same. And the bit that I care is Vanguard, and they have like one trial tech that, of course, just like the 10th anniversary, is centered around Blaster Plate and Draconic Overlord, because come the fuck on, even in the story they are already dead. That like Blaster Plate is already long dead. Draconic Overlord is still alive, but like he basically like lost all his powers. He's basically just a walking corpse at this point. Like let's let them rest. What the fuck, man? This is getting sad. And also for some reason they had the collaboration with Inazuma 11 kind of makes sense in a way, but fucking Yakuza, man.
Yeah, like it was very surprising to see Yakuza being part of like the collaboration with Vanguard. Yeah,
exactly. This doesn't feel like a Bushiro Japan thing. This feels like the the distribution company for Vanguard in Thailand. They do make their own collaboration. So now they did one with Ultraman, I think, and then they now are doing another one with Kamen Rider. Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, like I thought like this doesn't sound like the one that is like brought by Bushiro Japan. This sounds like something that Bushiro, like, well, not Bushiro Thailand, but like the Thailand subsidiary for like the Thailand company that works with Bushiro will do. Like, this feels surreal. This is something that I never thought I would wake up to.
True.
Yeah. And then also in Voice Force, we finally have Toho and Grand Blue Fantasy. The side games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the side games collaboration finally paid off. They finally got Grand Blue Fantasy. Yo.
Oh, wait. Grand Blue Fantasy? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they do have one with Grand Blue Fantasy.
Like the one I'm interested in is so besides what's it? Besides Toho, which to be fair, like I don't really know too much about Toho anyway, but I think it's pretty interesting. Like especially like with like the official art that they give out, like oh my god, it looks so beautiful. Like the main girl, Lei May? Leia? No, I can't remember.
So, yeah, we're talking about Grand Blue Fantasy, right?
I'm talking about Toho.
Oh, fuck. Reimu. It's Reimu.
Leimu, there you go. Yeah. Like kind of teaser art looks so good. Like I've always been wanting to get into Toho in general. Like I just have to find time to do that.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished my Pokemon games yet, mate. I haven't finished CA.
Yeah.
But like also the other one I'm interested in is the collaboration with another publisher. I can't remember what it's called. But long story short, Elaine, the traveling witch Elaine will be in there.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't. Now I kind of want to maybe save some money to try to build that one because I actually really love Elaine. We all do.
Yeah. Yes, kid.
And do you know that Elaine is getting like I think it's a movie. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh my god! And speaking of Pokemon, they actually like trying to be Pokemon because they're making a game for White Swords, like a video game for White Swords, and they're basically dividing the titles that you can play in the game into two versions, and it's basically a Wise version and Schwartz version. So like they wanted to do it the Pokemon way.
What?
So the Wise version. Yeah, the Wise version you can play Maiko, Quintessential Quintuplets, Dengeki Bunko, and Aokiri Koko. Aokiri High School.
Wait. So what game is that going to be? It's like still like actual Wise Swords.
Yeah, it's Connected Battlers, but Wise Swords.
Oh.
And it's most likely going to be this going to be developed by Furio as well.
Oh no.
So like yeah,
I mean, Wise Swords to be simple enough anyway, but
yeah, I mean like at the very least they don't have any other project going on, so hopefully that will be to their advantage. Because like Connected Battlers, they are fine because it's the only project that they are working on at that time. Dear Days is fine, but Dear Days 2 and Crossover, they're basically done at the same time, so that's probably why both games sucks. Also if you want to play the Toho, you can just buy the Schwartz edition. So the Schwartz edition will have Idolmaster Shiny Colors, Sword Art Online, Toho.
I mean, of course.
And Ave Mujika. Yes. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yep. And then what? Oh yeah, the GA Bunko. The GA Bunko is the one that.
That was the what. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Yeah, GA Bunko. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the one that I didn't expect is that Brown Dust 2 is in the main White Swords.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I actually don't know what game is that. It's like
yeah. The only thing that I know is that the game is supposed to be like really horny.
What?
Yeah. Because like it's one of like the smaller titles, right? So they were like, fuck it, like we'll just make it as horny as we can.
Yes.
Well, actually they basically saw Azure Lane, and then Azure Lane is still popular, but like fuck it, we're not popular. Like let's turn the dial even further.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess.
And also, Pal World is getting a new card game. I thought it's a collaboration with Vanguard.
Oh yeah, I saw that like parallel. Yeah,
Yeah.
people saying like, "Oh my god, Nintendo would be fuming or something." It's so funny.
Oh no, what is this? There's an empty card. So it's a pal card, gear card, event card, building card, sold card. This is just Pokemon Sushi Pocket, isn't it?
Oh my god, they're literally copying everything at this point.
No. It's a pocket. It's a Pokemon Sushi Pocket, but with buildings.
Well, I mean, we have Stadium in the actual Pokemon TCG. So.
Oh no! Oh fuck no! Let's hope it's not going to be too similar, because we already have one game that is a little bit uncomfortably similar to Pokemon.
I mean, you say that, but then obviously there's Hololive OCG.
Yeah,
which,
exactly.
Like,
that's what I meant.
A lot of people are saying that like it's pretty similar to Pokemon as well.
Yeah. So we'll just have to see, because it's also Bushiroad, right? So it might be, and it might end up a little bit similar. But only time.
Is it done by Bushiroad?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, that would be very interesting.
Yeah, which is why like one of like the top Bushiroad, basically the top Bushiroad YouTuber basically say that this is a little bit not the direction that I kind of expected, because like he kind of expected that because Bushiroad invested in Pocket Pair, like they would invest more into like the digital offerings for their card games. But instead it's the other way around. Let's put the analog offerings for Pal World instead. Yay. But yeah, I mean like the Pal World I need to check again. So like let's hope that it's actually by Bushiroad. And I'm not just talking out of my ass. I'm just talking everything reactively. Cause my granted that the Vanguard one, they also said that they might introduce more stuff in the future. So like let's see if they can actually reward the players who are staying for a long time. Yeah, because like of course like with this kind of news, when the context is not complete, it's easy to kind of just, why are they doing this? They're just a sellout. Even their companies trying to make money, so we shouldn't really, honestly, we shouldn't really hope too much. But on the other hand, yeah, if they say that they are going to have more prepared, then I guess let's just wait. Let's just give them the chance, because we always do. We all, in the end, we voted with our wallets. So if it sucks, just don't buy it. So yeah, I guess that has been everything that we can share for this week. This is the part where I would usually tell you guys, if you want to ask anything further, to feel free to send it to us or comment down below. But it is very hard to say that after 150 episodes, we made a decision, me and Ayumu, that with the arrival of Battle Spirits standard and the new era, in which why we are talking about like the previous card games, the previous anime, that we wanted to put finally an end to the season 1 of the Refresh Step. So yeah, to celebrate the game finally getting a main Step 2, we are starting the Refresh Step 2 soon, probably from next week. Yeah, this pretty much just a way to kind of like give us a chance to kind of like refresh the teams a little bit. As you can see from like the last previous episode, we are trying to experiment with the formula a little bit. So hopefully,
I don't think it's that obvious, mate.
Yeah. Hopefully you are keen enough to listen to everything, but yeah, we will be.
You know what? I think it's worth just telling them what we're actually doing.
Yeah, I guess like that's it. I will let you guys wonder.
Let me take over a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So basically, we decided that it's not really worth just keep going like this, just like sprouting about random topics. So we're trying to keep this podcast mainly on battle spirits as much as possible, because this is kind of like the whole reason why this podcast started in the first place, for battle spirits. And then besides that, we realized that we've always been rambling for too long, usually like 3 to 4 hours, which then like none of us really had anything much to say, even those that you just kind of keep talking basically. And so we decided that, okay, we're gonna stick to this formula of like choosing a main topic each week and prepare 3 points about that, and then we keep the episodes within 2 hours if possible. Yep.
So yeah, basically you can expect a little bit more structure going to the future.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't break down, but yes.
It's going to break down.
Please no.
If you guys have any questions, comments, or requests, do feel free to send it to us at therefreshsteppodcast@gmail.com. Our email will not be changed. It's just the series name will change a little bit. The playlist will change, and hopefully this time I will then forget to upload it to the audio platforms ever again. Yeah. Well, yeah, and yeah. So basically, if you don't like to see our faces, in which we already don't show it that much anyway, so like you can from next week you can expect them to be up in other platforms as well. Whenever you get your podcasts, hopefully they are there. If they are not, then yeah, as usual, it's part of things that you can request to us. We'll see what we can do about that. So yeah, that has been a very fun 153 years of doing the refresh step. We'll be starting with the refresh step 2 from next week. Yeah, so thank you very much for all your for listening to us for this last 3 years. But we'll see you all again in the next turn. Bye.